Very warm good evening to all. Today we'll be looking into one important section of Criminal Procedure Code, section 357A, that is capital A of CRPC. This section is seldom used by the courts, and the Supreme Court has time and again has said that this section ought to be used by the courts, by the magistrates to give victims a relief in the form of the financial support. Now here the meaning of the financial support does not mean only the money, but also the medical assistance required. Also, there is a possibility that rehabilitation of the victim is required. Now you have to remember that 357A CRPC is designed by the uh, legislature to help the victims, not to the accused. Accused can, under whatever condition, even if he is falsely accused of a crime and he get acquitted, he cannot be given compensation under it. Only victim can get the compensation under section 357A CRPC. Now 357A CRPC, why the need was need arose for the 357A CRPC? Because there is always already a section under section 357 which of CRPC which speaks about the compensation. Now the difference between section 357 and 357A CRPC is basically under section 357 the court can grant the compensation after the completion of the trial, but there is a possibility that the victim or the victim, if he or she has succumbed to the because of the injuries or because of some reason he or she is murdered after rape, then the person, maybe her children's, maybe her dependent old parents, they also require financial support. They are victim's parent, victim who has succumbed to the injury. Now in this case also 357A CRPC will come to the rescue. So 357A CRPC is also for the dependents of the victim, if the victim is no more. Here one more thing I would like to stress upon is that victim will get the compensation under section 357A CRPC even if the accused is not identified. There is a possibility that accused may have poured the sprinkled the acid on or something inflammatory liquid on the or maybe he has attacked the victim and he has not been identified, he may be unknown. In those cases also it is the state government's responsibility to grant compensation. Also there is a possibility the accused may have been discharged but the offense has already taken place. Maybe the person who has committed the crime is not caught and the person who has not committed the crime is caught and he may have been discharged or may be acquitted. In those cases also the 357A CRPC says the victim will get the compensation. So it is one of the section which supports the victim in whatever position it is, whether the accused is not identified, it is discharged or acquitted. It is not only because of the conviction. See, section 357 says, CRPC says that in case of conviction, compensation has to be provided to the victim or the complainant or informant. But in case of 357A CRPC, whatever may be the position or outcome of the case, the victim will be provided compensation. Also, when we read section 357A CRPC, or we can in conjoint we should also read section 357B and 357C. Now 357B is saying that this compensation will be in addition to the what the court will award. So 357B is about the state government's responsibility. It will be designing a scheme under which what offenses under schedule it will give to the compensation to the victims of the crime. That is 357B, and 357C is one of the most important sections which is useful to general public as well. I will be reading out this section for the benefit of all of us and it will be really fruitful. Just a minute. 357B is compensation to be in addition to fine under section 326A or 376 in the rape cases and also in acid cases. But the most important section 357C, treatment of the victims. All hospitals, I will zoom it for you. All hospitals, I'm reading 357C. All hospitals, public or private. See the words used is public or private, whether run by the central government, state government, local bodies, or any other person, shall immediately provide the first aid or medical treatment free of cost to the victims of any offense covered under section 326A, 376, 376A, B, C, D, or section 376E of the Indian Penal Code, and shall immediately inform the police of such incident. See, it is saying that any victim who has been attacked because of the acid, or there is a she has been raped. Now under this section it says that compulsorily all the hospitals, whether they are private or public, they have to provide the first aid treatment and then inform the police. It's not at the first they have to inform the police. They cannot say, normally we see that it's a police case, we will not entertain, but the duty cast upon the medical fraternity under section 357C of the CRPC, that they have to attend the person, if it is a acid attack, it may be a girl or boy, and if it is a rape matters, it will be obviously a girl or lady or woman. Here they have to first attend her, give her medical treatment, and that is also free of cost. It may be private or public hospital. And next, more important, thereafter they have to inform the police. It's not at first they have to inform the police, they have to wait. So this is also very important. We can read conjointly all these sections. Now next we come to the why section 357A was designed. The reason behind it, section 357 CRPC, which was basically there in the CRPC, was seldom used by the courts, and the court has to wait till the trial gets over. Now what happens, the trial takes longer time, and there is a possibility the victim needs compensation in the beginning. Now if he or she needs compensation in the beginning, is the victim has to wait for 10 years till the trial is completed? No, it cannot be. That is how the 357A CRPC came. Now there are two important judgments of the Supreme Court, Lakshmi versus Union of India, that is of 2014, and also there is one more judgment, Ankush Shivaji Gaikwad versus State. In both these judgments, the court has said, Supreme Court has said, that the amount ought to be decided by the court, and the state government's responsibility that they should design a scheme where the victim can be awarded the compensation. Now here what happens, that the amount, the court can be in directive position. If you read this section, you will never find that there is some amount is mentioned. There is no amount mentioned. High Court and Supreme Court may have directed this amount has to be paid, but they have not compulsorily said that this is the amount we are deciding. We have also heard about the Nirbhaya Fund. There is a Nirbhaya Fund that is by the central government. But irony is that this fund is not used. The reason behind, many of us, including the lawyers and the general public, is not aware. And the media may have not given the publicity that there is a fund available, and it will too heartening to feel bad that the Nirbhaya Fund is totally unused. Maybe 75% of the funds was not used in the first 1 or 2 years. So it was really difficult that this fund, though available, the lady or the victim did not know. Now here the 357A CRPC says there has to be a scheme designed by the state government. So every state government had to design this this scheme. Now there is one judgment of Manohar Singh versus State of Rajasthan. I'll be reading it, one part of the same. One paragraph is very important from this. It speaks about clarity. It will give a clarity about what is section 357A CRPC. Honorable Apex Court in the case of Manohar Singh versus State of Rajasthan has given a clear hint making 357A CRPC applicable. Relevant paragraph of the judgment is being reproduced below. We find that the Court of Sessions and the High Courts have not fully focused on the need to compensate the victim, which cannot be taken to be integral or just sentencing. Order of sentence in criminal case needs due application of mind. The court has to give attention not only to the nature of the crime, prescribed sentence, mitigation and aggravating circumstances to strike just balance in needs of society and fairness to the accused, but also to keep in mind the need to give justice to the victim of the crime. In spite of legislative changes and decisions of this court, this aspect at times escapes attention. Rehabilitating victim is as important as punishing the accused. Victim's plight cannot be ignored even when a crime goes unpunished for want of adequate evidence. See, there is a possibility there is no adequate evidence. In this kind of matters, what will happen? So therefore, it will be, the court says that whether the victim, whether the accused is acquitted or discharged, or may he or she may not be identified, then also the victim has to be given the compensation, and it has to bring the balance between the punishment, punishing the accused, and also that is not the see, the meaning behind this section is that justice is not only to give punishment to the accused but also provide equally in a balanced way the fair justice to the victim by way of the compensation. This is the meaning of this section 357A CRPC. This is what the court wanted to say. Now, when you look into section 357A CRPC, one more aspect you will find that the compensation will come from the state government. Now, as I said earlier, that the amount cannot be decided. It can direct, it can recommend, but it will not compulsory. This is the amount has to be paid. Now, who will decide the amount? There is a state government which has been asked to formulate a scheme. Now, when this state government formulates scheme, it may be any amount. Now we'll go to two state government schemes which I have taken out. That is one of the Uttar Pradesh and another is of Maharashtra government. In Maharashtra, we have Manodhari scheme. See, in Manodhari scheme, if I read out, it is when there are rape charges, when there is an acid attack under POCSO, and also there are the possibility there may be a crime which is related to women. I'll just share what is this Manodhari scheme is saying. See, Manodhari scheme, I'm producing the relevant para here. Balatkar, section 375, 376, 376(2), all the rape charges. The second one is Balakam-varin Laingik Atyachar. That is section 3, 4, 5 and 6 of Protection of Children from Sexual Offences. That is POCSO Act. Next is third is acid halla, section 326A, 326B of the Indian Penal Code. Another is Anaitik Vyapar Pratibandh Adhiniyak 1956. This ये कायदा. Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956. PETA Act, that is short में इसको PETA Act बोलते हैं. नुसार पोलीस धाडीत अटक करण्यात आलेला बलात्कार, लैंगिक अत्याचार, ऍसिड हल्ल्यांच्या गुन्ह्यातील घटनांमध्ये 18 वर्षाखालील वयोगटातील पीडित अल्पवयीन मुलींचा समावेश आहे. Now see, the Maharashtra government beautifully covered almost all the women. That is the rape charges, also the children's. There is a possibility the लैंगिक अत्याचार means any kind of, it may be कुछ भी हो सकता है लैंगिक अत्याचार में, मतलब sexual offenses. Also the girls who उनको immoral traffic act में मतलब पकड़ा गया, धाड़ जैसे पुलिस स्टेशन में धाड़ पड़ती है immoral traffic act में. So in the PETA Act also, if girls are caught, they have to be provided rehabilitation because it is not their fault. They are minor girls. So it is actually covering a lot of things. Another is UP also, Uttar Pradesh also, we have victim compensation scheme that is of 2014. There also some amount is given. In Maharashtra, immediately 1 lakh is given, and the only condition registration of FIR. We have two offices, one is at a town and another at Chembur. It is coming under Bal Mahila Kalyan Kendra. So always that is a child and women welfare committee. So please go through the same. This is available on the net. I'll request Vandana to put this in the group. I'll share the link also. about the Manodharya scheme. And you all from, we are 80 people plus today. So we all from different states. If we know that there is a scheme which helps this woman and this money is provided by the state government. See, if the state government treasury is going to give money every month like to rape victims, they are going to know that they are going to be empty soon. So if we know this scheme, we should help the victims, and this will give a positive impact on the state government, that they should curb these kind of crimes. See why the there is a, the court has put a condition, or say put up an obligation on the government to formulate a scheme and provide compensation, because it is mandatorily duty of the government to protect the its citizens. Now it may be girl or it may be boy, it may be man or woman. Now if this government fails to protect its own citizens, then they have to give compensation. Under this constitution also, we find under writ petition many times compensation is granted. But here, under the criminal jurisprudence, 357 A CRPC with clarity it is saying that it has to protect its citizens, and if they are unable to protect, then they have to provide the compensation. So every state government is having this. Jharkhand is having, Odisha is having, all the governments in fact having. There is a judgment by the Supreme Court. Justice Kalipullah has given. There was this girl who was blind and she was raped. Here, what happened? Justice Kalipullah directed the state government, or suggested, I would say, that give her a government job, also at 10 lakhs compensation. So this kind of justice has actually really helped that girl. So we, if as a lawyer, know this about these judgments, as well as we know about these schemes available, and about the section 357 A CRPC, there will be less crimes against the women, there will be less crimes in the society. But provided we know that these schemes exist and we are aware about the same. So even the court has said seldom we use such kind of 357 A CRPC. I will also read one more judgment, part Hari Krishna judgment from the same judgment. Just a minute, I'll share. This is para 16 I'm reading. Noticing this inhibition, the Honorable Apex Court in the case of Hari Krishna and State of Haryana versus Sukhbir Singh, 1988. See, this is old judgment, has made following observation. Section 357 of the CRPC is an important provision, but courts have seldom invoked it. This section of law empowers the court to award compensation while passing judgment of conviction. In addition to conviction, the court may order the accused to pay some amount by way of compensation to the victim who has suffered by the action of the accused. This power to award compensation is not ancillary to other sentences, but is in addition to thereto. It is the meaning of this sentence is not ancillary to other sentences. There may be a punishment, but it should, again there will be addition of the financial support to the victims. It is a measure of responding appropriately to crime, as well as reconciling the victim with the offender. That it is to some extent a very important line here, a constructive approach to crimes. It is indeed a step forward in our criminal justice system. We therefore recommend to all the courts to exercise this power liberally so as to meet the ends of justice in a better way. Now, this was a judgment from the 1988, but later on all the judgments, though there was section 357A, which empowers the court to grant compensation during the pendency of the crime. That is, just within the 15 days of the FIR is registered. Remand magistrate can also get trial court, that is session court, as well as the magistrate court can grant the compensation under section 357 CRPC. Also, the appellate court, that is the appeal courts, can also call, maybe High Court and the Supreme Court later on also. But very seldom this section is used, because one possibility, the victim do not come forward. Second possibility is that we as a lawyer also, on behalf of victim, we do not make such kind of applications. That is the one more reason that this section or the funds of Nirbhaya is unused. In Manodhara scheme also there is lot of fund, but it is unused. See, in Mumbai itself, to my knowledge, more than 100 police station. And how many rape matters are reported every day? Even if we take it 10, and these 10 women go and take the benefit of Manodhara scheme, then definitely the years of the government will be like something has to be done to curb this crime. So the responsibility also on our lawyer community, that we should take the benefit of Manodhara scheme, that is who are from the Maharashtra and other states. UP also we have a scheme which says the victim compensation scheme of 2014. In other states, I have not studied all the states, but those who are lawyers, they can at least come up with these schemes and inform the other lawyers, and we spread these words throughout our community. And as a lawyers also, public awareness is required. So this will definitely going to help. And this was the only motive, or I would say intention, that this today's lecture, that this scheme goes to the lot of people, and people know that there is a scheme that accused is not identified, discharged, he is not caught hold of, he is not available, he is acquitted of the charges, still the victim will get the compensation, provided the crime which is committed against the victim is on the schedule of the schemes formulated by the state government. So it is one of the easiest section to understand, and if you know, really it will be helping many people.